Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 9th episode of David's View. I just want to say I'm very glad for all the support that I'm getting. It means a lot to me, it really does. The episode tonight on David's View, it might be a bit of a touchy subject for a lot of people, but I got the inspiration for it actually this morning at work. A colleague of mine inspired me to this episode. Yes. So, without further ado, tonight's episode of David's View, I will be talking about honesty, being truthful. Giving you my view on that, and when sometimes even that is not enough. So, let's begin. Now, you are raised, well, I was raised to always be honest, always be truthful in everything, in your dealings, your actions, your words, everything. And yes, I failed at it sometimes. And there was this one instance where I was really truthful, you know. And yeah. So here we go. I was in school. Okay, I was about 16, 17 years old. And we had to write an essay for one of our language subjects, Afrikaans. Okay, so in itself it's no problem. The subject of this was write an essay about 3 things that make you tick. Okay, 3 things you get excited about. Now, I'm 16 years old, going on to 17. Okay, so I was thinking about this for a while, and I came up with my 3 things, and I went on about and I wrote my essay to the best of my capabilities, and I wrote it. And the 3 things I chose at that time was cars, girls, and music. Now bear with me, I was told to be honest, you know. So I write my essay, and it was good. I mean, it was good. It was being honest, you know. What type of music I enjoyed, what type of cars I thought were pretty, what actresses I thought were good looking at the time, and you know, in general. And 2 days went by. The teacher, she marked these things, and she handed out the marked essays back to all the students, but she never gave mine. And now here comes the kicker when you're told to be honest in life. And she sat down and she told the whole classroom that she will now read to them an example of what never to do. So naturally I add 1 and 1, and I'm like, oh, okay. And she read the whole essay to the whole class, and I turned around and I looked back, because I was sitting in the front row, and I turned around and looked back, and all the girls were blushing, you know, because there was a little poem in there as well, you know, very artistic. And girls were looking down and blushing, and all the boys, they all stood up and they applauded me. They were like, you know, this is good stuff. And I still remember this one kid sitting behind me. He was a bit of a troublemaker in high school, you know, typical high school boy. And he said something that stuck with me. He told the teacher, well, ma'am, I didn't know you wanted us to be really honest. I would have written the same thing if I knew that. You know, and the other kids, they wrote stuff like, oh, they want to, I don't know, become lawyers, or the environment makes them tick, or renewable energy. Now, really? But that's what they did, because that was a socially acceptable thing to do. Is it lying? To a certain extent, yes. So, even though people tell you to always be honest, I'm of the opinion that if everyone on this whole planet was going to be honest, like really honest, for 24 hours, chaos. Complete and utter chaos. Tomorrow morning, example, when that person at work comes to you and they are wanting to make a conversation, or they want to tell you about, last night they, actually finished stitching a piece of the couch back together and they're so glad that it's done. If you're going to be honest and you tell this person, listen, I don't care, okay, tell me something interesting, okay, give me an original thought that you had in the past 24 hours. You would be considered rude. How can you not listen to this incredibly fascinating couch story? How can you be so rude? When you're just being honest. So, in the beginning I told you this episode was inspired by a colleague. Now, she colored her hair blue. And when I say blue, I mean blue. Yeah, blue. Okay. And at first I thought, why would anyone do this? And then after some thinking about it, I came to the conclusion, but she was being honest. She was being truthful to herself. She wanted to do it, she did it, there you go. She's happy, there you go. I mean, isn't that what it's all about? To be happy? So, what I originally thought was madness, I now see it as bravery, because she's being truthful to herself. And I think if you're going to be really brutally honest with yourself, you're going to take a moment and just turn everything else off. Just be honest with yourself for a second. What makes you happy? What brings joy to your heart? And take out of the equation everyone else's opinions. Act as if you are the only person on this planet. You need to be honest with yourself and decide what makes you happy. When last have you even done it? Do you still remember? I think a lot of people have forgotten that. We're also trying to just fit in, Don't speak too loud somewhere, or don't do this and don't. There's so many don'ts in life. Where's the list of do's? I mean, don't do this, don't do that. At what point do you tell yourself, listen, do this? Because then you're going to be happy. So think about that one. Put it down in the comments, what makes you happy. And my essay story is really a true story. Till this day, I never got it back. I mean, it could have been the next novel. I mean, you never know. So yes, try each day to incorporate a little bit about that into your life. A little bit of something that makes you happy. And be honest with yourself. first with yourself. Be truthful to who you are. I mean, if you enjoy wearing sandals instead of closed shoes that squeeze your feet, wear sandals to work. Well, people at work might not like it, but you'll be happy. See, you gotta pick your battles. But in the grand scheme of things, when all this is all said and done, your story is written, you can be the person that made a difference in your own life, to make things better, to be honest with yourself, or you can't. But you're the hero in your own story. No one else can be. So yes, my view on truth, honesty, start with yourself. And then to the outside world. But when you look in the mirror, that's the first person you gotta be honest with, and you gotta be truthful with. Then the rest. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A big shout out to my co-worker. Thank you for inspiring this video. I appreciate it. And yes, I will see you all next time on David's View. Thank you for watching, and I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye for now.